Welcome to the Explainer. What if I told you that you could build a complete professional-looking app from scratch in the next 10 minutes? Seriously. And the best part? You don't need to know a single line of code. Today, we're gonna do it. Let's dive in.
So, let's start with the end in mind. This right here, this is a real working expense tracker. It's clean, it's fast, and then about the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee, this exact app is going to be up and running on your own computer. You ready to build this?
All right, let's get into it. Our mission here is super simple. We're going to take you from zero to a fully finished application. No boring lectures, no complicated theory, just straight up building.
Okay, first things first, the setup. Before you can build anything, you need a workshop, right? Well, getting your digital workshop ready is way easier than you might think.
We just need three basic tools. First, a terminal. That's just how we're going to talk to the computer directly. Second, Node.js, which is what lets our computer actually run the app's code. And third, Git, which helps manage all the project files. Now, if any of that sounds intimidating, seriously, don't worry about it. Just open up Claude and ask it, hey, how do I install Node.js on my Mac or on your Windows machine? It'll walk you through it step by step.
All right, now for the fun part. This is our launch sequence. Just 4 little commands. First, we install the Claude coding tool. Then, we make a new folder for our project. We jump inside that folder and we start the tool. That's it. Feel free to pause the explainer right here, type these into your terminal, and let's get building together.
Okay, setup is done. Now, let's talk about the secret sauce that makes all of this possible. It's called the big prompt method. And honestly, this one idea is going to completely change how you think about making things with a computer.
So what is it? Well, forget asking an AI for little bits of code here and there, like a fancy autocomplete. With this method, you give it the entire blueprint all at once. You provide the grand vision and you let the AI act as the labor force to actually build.
And this slide just nails the difference. You're shifting your mindset. You stop being a micromanager asking for a function to calculate totals. Instead, you become the director, saying, build me a complete expense tracking application. You're not using a tool anymore. You're directing a team. This is our master plan. It's the exact prompt we're about to give Claude. Just look at how detailed it is. We're not leaving anything to chats. We're telling it the core features we want, the exact technologies to use, the design style, and even specific things like form validation and a CSV export. The whole vision is right here.
Okay, our blueprint is locked and loaded. Now it's time to hand it off and let Claude do the building. This is where the magic happens.
You've done the prep work, you get the method. Now let's turn that vision into a reality. All you have to do is copy that big prompt from the last slide, paste it right into your terminal where Claude is waiting, hit enter, and just watch.
Now, as Claude gets to work, you'll see it's not just randomly throwing things together. It's following a logical plan. First, it tells you what it's going to do. Then it creates the project, builds all the individual pieces, implements all the features we asked for, and finally, it checks its own work to make sure everything runs.
And this is not some mysterious black box. You're still the director here. Claude will ask you for permission before it runs a command or creates a file. And as it works, you'll literally see the project folder fill up with new files in real time, and a little to-do list will show you exactly what it's working on at any given moment.
And then, after just a couple of minutes, it's done. The build is complete. Now for the best part, the moment of truth. Let's test your brand new live app.
So once Claude says it's finished, there's just one last command for you to type. npm run dev. That's it. Hit enter, and it'll give you a local web address. Just pop that into your browser, and it's time to see what you've created. And just look at what you made from that one single prompt. I mean, this isn't a toy. This is a full-stack, professional application. You've got a working form, a searchable list, a data dashboard, and a design that looks great on your phone or your desktop. All of it from one instruction. All those features, all that code, the entire finished product, it all came from one single detailed instruction. Just let that sink in for a second. That is the power that you now have at your fingertips. So what does this all mean?
It means your job title just changed. You've just become an AI developer. Let's talk about what that really means.
If you take one thing away from this explainer, let it be this. You didn't just write code, you directed an AI to build your vision. You were the architect. Your job was to have the idea and to communicate it clearly. The AI's job was to do the heavy lifting. You've officially graduated from being a user to being a creator. And look, this is just the beginning. Today was an expense tracker, but the method is what's so powerful. You now have this new superpower to describe almost any application you can imagine and just watch it come to life. You're an AI developer now. So the only question left is, what are you going to build next?